Hello everybody, this is Andrew Wayne, or as I'm known on EVE Online, Andog Avada, and in front of us is the Amarr Dragoon. It is a destroyer. It is a Tech 1 destroyer, so I do believe it is alpha compliant. But I just used this ship to complete the Sisters of Eve Epic Arc, the Bloodstained Stars. Well, the Sisters of Eve, the Epic Arc, is the first Epic Arc that is available to new players. And if you want to see if you have it, go over here to the agency. You want to click on Agents and Missions. You want to click on Epic Arcs, and somewhere in here is the Sisters of Eve. For me, it's down at the bottom. If you look at it, it tells you that it's 7 chapters and it's 52 missions. It's a long one, and I'm going to say a good 50% of that, 50% of your time doing this is going to be just going from point A to point B. So have a fast ship, but it's got 52 missions. And the one that you're getting to is Iron Dagon. That's the one you need to finish it, and then after that you have just a quick final mission, but it's a piece of cake. But Iron Dagon is going to be your hardest one, and that is what you're looking for to end this. And you can't jump missions, you have to finish them one at a time, because the next mission doesn't come available until you finish the one above it. Now, like I said, I use the Dragoon. The Dragoon is a Tech 1 destroyer. I do believe it is alpha compliant. If I am wrong, let me know. I did this mission once before, couldn't remember what I had done it in. Did some research online. I was getting some crazy advice using Tech 2s and just things that were just out there. And I got to thinking, what if an alpha player wanted to do this? This is a new mission, so it should be, or excuse me, it is the first Epic Arc for new players and should be doable by an alpha player, and it is. So like I said, I've chose the Dragoon just because I didn't have one. It's an Amarr destroyer. I'm an Amarr character, so I had the skills for it anyway, which didn't require just a whole lot. But if you want to look at the build I use is the EVE Online recommended build for the Dragoon. The Dragoon is a drone boat, just to let you know. So if you want to go to chat, type in beginner fits. You will find beginner fits for some of the most common ships. You go to destroyer, look up Dragoon, click it, and this is what I used with a couple of small changes. I used three small focused modulated pulse energy beams in my high slot. If you look down here in charges, it'll tell you to use 6 multi-frequency S's. That's ridiculous. The multi-frequency S charges are unlimited, do not need to be repaired, do not need to be replaced, do not run out. So you only need 3. What I did do on top of that, though, is I picked up 3 radio S frequencies. The radio S frequency doesn't hit as hard, but it has a longer range. I used that for every mission except for the Dagon mission, so I had no issues using the radio S. I liked the longer range. I didn't have to get up closer and get shot up all the time. Medium slots, I've got 1 cap recharger, I've got 1 MNYS8 compact afterburner, I've got 1 small compact PB acid cap battery. You'll notice these are Tech 1, as well as the energy beams are Tech 1. In the low slots, I had 1 small ACM compact armor repairer, which I only used 1 time in the whole mission, and that was with Dagon. He got through my shields and started getting into my armor. I cycled the armor repairer. I turned it on 1, let it cycle 3 times, turned it off, and that was all I did. Then I had 2 drone damage amplifiers. In the rigs, I had 1 small explosive armor reinforcer. I had 1 small kinetic armor reinforcer, both Tech 1s. I had 1 small capacitor control circuit, also a Tech 1. We've already talked about the charges, but once again, I took 3 multi-frequency S's and 3 radio S's. And I used the radio S's for everyone except for Dagon, and I switched to the multi-frequency when I was fighting Dagon. He is a tank build. It took a while to kind of work his way through, but once I did, I did. No issues there. I took 10 drones initially. I took 5 acolytes and 5 hobgoblins, both Tech 1s. Later in the mission, I picked up 5 Hornets. Never used them. Wasted money on that. Wasn't a whole lot. You can see they're only about 5,000 each, so 10, 20, 25, 26, a little over 26,000 for all 5 of those, so no big deal. These are the original 10 drones that I took with me. I still have them. I did not lose a single drone. One thing you want to do is keep an eye on your drone, the damage they are taking, and be prepared to call them back before you lose the drones. So there was a couple instances there where the acolytes were taking some damage. I thought I was going to lose one. I called them back, dropped the hobgoblins to finish off, had no issues. When I got back to the station, repaired the drones, and we were good to go after that. So, the one thing that I did different, I used this build, but I added 2 things. And let me preface this by saying, if you're going to speed run this, you're looking 1.5 to 2 hours. If you're going to just play it regularly and just enjoy it, you're looking 2 hours, 4 hours. What I did took 6 hours. I won't lie, I was over 6 hours. What I did, which was incredibly stupid, I'll never do it again, is I added a tractor beam and I added a salvager. I had decided that I was going to take the time to salvage everything, or as much as I could. About halfway through, I said enough of this, and I added a mobile tractor unit, and that helped out tremendously. So I would drop the MTU as I was destroying whatever I needed to destroy, and it was pulling things in. So when it was over, I'd go over to the mobile tractor unit, park right next to it, and then start salvaging the ship. So that actually saved me a whole lot of time, but it was still a beat down, I won't lie. Well over 6 hours. I did videotape the whole 6 hours of missions. I did it over 2 days. But sadly, for some reason, the last 2 hours got corrupted, so I have no video of the completed missions, and I can't do it again for 3 months. So it's gone. It's up in the wind, and there's nothing I can do to reclaim it. So, some advice. Don't do the MTU, the tracker, or the salvager. That was just a complete waste of time. I really didn't get any good salvage. I got quite a bit of salvage, but nothing just extraordinary. Probably about 9 million total in salvage. It was actually about 6 million in salvage, and then I had one drop that I got that is worth about 3 million. So I'll be taking that back with me. So don't bring the MTU, the tracker, or the salvager unless you're just a masochist and you just want to kill 6 or 7 hours. Repair often. After every mission. Before you even turn it in to whoever you need to turn it into, go up into the right hand corner, click your repair shop, go in there and see if you've got anything you need to repair. If you use drones like I did, odds are you got some drones to repair. If they got into your armor and you don't have an armor repair, or if they got into your structure, you're definitely going to need to repair that, because you don't want to go out with a substandard ship and drones that need to be repaired. Check your inventory. Once you accepted a mission, before you leave the station, check your inventory. Because a lot of times you need to deliver something from point A to point B. These missions are broken down into 3 main categories. You've got a delivery mission where you're delivering documents, a data chip, something to that effect. You have a personnel transport mission where you're either picking up someone and bringing them back, or delivering someone to somewhere else. So you need to make sure they're in your hangar, or your ship's hangar, so you can deliver them. There's nothing worse than flying across 4 or 5 systems to deliver somebody, and you realize they didn't automatically put it into your ship. You have to fly all the way back to get whoever or whatever you need to deliver, go back, then return. So it basically doubles your trip. Third piece of advice, read the mission. Read it, and read it well. Understand what you need to do, what you need to take, where you need to go, and what you need to do to be considered successful. Because sometimes, believe it or not, there are things in there they don't want you to do. There are a few missions in here where it's just a recon mission. They do not want you to engage the enemy, and they will tell you, don't kill anybody. You're there just for recon only, and you need to get out. So make sure you read the mission. And let me add to that by saying, when you accept a mission, it is supposed to put it over here in the top left-hand corner of your screen. It does not always do that. It will tell you there is a mission, and you can click on it to read the details, but it's supposed to tell you to undock, warp to whatever station, go here, do this, and once you've completed, it's supposed to say, dock or return back, or whatever you need to do to get back to turning your mission. It does not always do that. Do not despair. If your details are not over there, it will say, hey, you have this mission, and you'll have an icon. Click on the icon to read the mission details, and then it will tell you need to go to point A. Right click on point A and say set as destination, and then it will set it in your system. It will tell you you need to talk to somebody in this system. Go to that system, right click, set that system as destination. When you get in there, right click in space, and if that person you need to talk to, if you're in the right system, will just be there. You can warp to 0 to the person. Once you get there, right click in space again and click start conversation. For some reason, I don't know if there's a glitch in the matrix or what, but the missions weren't always there, or the mission details weren't always already populated for you, so you need to do it. So if you're looking at your mission details and it's not there, do not despair. Just right click on the mission, read the details in the mission statement, and then you can right click on whatever you need and set your destinations. Next, I would advise, once you've completed your mission and you've finished everything, to create a jump clone at the station, at the first station. The reason being is this will become available in 3 months. There's no telling where you'll be in 3 months. There's no telling how many jumps out in 3 months you'll be. You may have to go through null sec, low sec, and it may not be worth the flight to get over here, but if you have a jump clone, you can jump over here instantly. It's not an issue. Second advice, or the next advice, leave the ship here. If you can afford to, you know this is a viable build. You know it works, and I had no issues with this. It just trucked right on through it. So I'm going to leave this ship here. That way in 3 months, when the mission comes up, I don't have to try to remember, okay, what ship did I use? What build did I have? It's already here. I'm leaving this station. I'm leaving this ship here at this station with a jump clone. And if you look in the inventory, I'm leaving the 3 that were radio S's that were loaded, as well as the 3 multi-frequencies. I actually dropped an extra one because I picked it up as a loot somewhere. And then if you look in the hangar, I'm leaving the mobile tractor unit, which I'm probably not going to do the salvaging next time. And then I'm leaving some extra drones that I picked up in salvage as loot. It wasn't as salvage, but it was as drops from some of the ships that you destroyed. You'll pick up quite a few drops. And these drones were part of the drops, and I'm leaving them here. They're not really worth for me to haul all the way back. I've got plenty back at my home station. So remember to repair. Remember to check your inventory before each mission. Remember to read the mission statement and understand it. Make sure you have a jump clone after first time you've completed this. That way you can come back when it comes available again, and if you can afford it, which would make sense if you're going to leave the jump clone as well, because the jump clone is 900,000 credits. Leave the ship. This ship is 6.3 at the current prices as of today. No issues. Like I said, it tanked right through it. So this is Andrew Wayne, or Andagavada on EVE Online. I hope this helped you some way. I was really confused about doing this mission again because I couldn't remember. A lot of the advice online was conflicting, contradictory, or just the builds were so high that even I couldn't do it. So this is, I believe, is an alpha compatible build. If I'm wrong, let me know and I will correct that. Once again, this is Andrew. You have a good one, and I hope this helps.